Welcome to this week's edition of Coffee with the Goose, where I talk about things that are interesting, fascinating, and irritating. I am the Goose. I invite your comments. If you have anything to say, I'm more than willing to hear it, and I will respond to some of your comments. And please subscribe so you can stay up to date. And as usual, I will start with a sip of coffee. Coffee strong, just like my opinion, and a little creamer in there so it's sweet, just like me. All right. Another one of those sacred cows or issues that you should never talk about because you might make somebody upset. Well, I'm not afraid of that. Let's talk about politics. The midterm elections are coming up. I believe first Tuesday in November, I believe is how it goes. Midterms, for those of you who are not aware, are the alternate elections. Every 4 years we vote for the president and part of the House and part of the Senate. And then 2 years later, it's the midterms where it's just part of the House and part of the Senate. And of course, there are state and local elections as well. So the midterms are coming up. Hope you're ready. Do a little homework. I will be honest with you, and I'll get some criticism, but that's okay. That's my beliefs. I tend to vote. I am not a Republican, okay? But I tend to vote Republican most of the time. Not because I'm in love with Republicans, but it's the issues. I tend to be in favor of strong borders, strong immigration policies, strong national defense, fiscal responsibility. I believe in God and family and traditional values. At the same time, I'm, liberal. I mean, I have a heart. I care about the poor. I've been poor. I care about the needy. And I won't give you any personal details, but I know what it's like to be helpless in a hospital. So I have a little bit of that, each of those in my heart, but I tend to vote conservative. Now, when you talk about politics with people, again, make sure you do a little bit of homework and you are willing to A, defend your position, and B, accept some criticism. Because just like you may make people a little uncomfortable with your opinions, people are going to make you uncomfortable too. But should only strengthen you and your position. You can go back and do a little homework and brush up on things so you're better able to defend your position. But I've said this before, but it's so true and it's worth repeating. Don't argue. Keep it respectful. Discuss, debate, if you will, but don't argue because then name calling starts, and that's when the discussion starts to deteriorate, and you don't really accomplish anything. You just get mad at each other, and that doesn't do any good. Politicians. I've met many of them over the years. They drive me crazy. Republicans drive me crazy. And Democrats drive me crazy. Trump and his policies. Trump, I don't love Trump. I probably don't even like him personally, but I love his policies. The guy's gotten a lot done. Obama, his predecessor, I liked him personally. Great guy. I met him. Love Obama. Hated his policies. He was not a good president. Okay? And look it up. Look it up. Honestly, don't just repeat talking points. That's weak. Look it up. Go look at the facts and figures, and you'll see Trump has done a lot of good things. Trump is not running, but the Republicans, at least on the national level, the House and Senate, are running on his policies. And some people say that there's a blue wave coming, meaning the Democrats will take control of the House of Representatives in Washington, D.C. The Republicans at this point control both the House and Senate. I don't think there's a blue wave coming. I firmly believe, and it's not wishful thinking, the Republicans will, at the very least, maintain control of the House. Now, for those Democrats who despise Trump and think he's the devil and want him impeached, yeah, that's your opinion. I respect your opinion. But the only way you're going to impeach Trump is to get control of the U.S. House. Those are the people who do it. And if they don't win the House, Democrats don't win the House, it ain't going to happen. So just want to prepare you. Do a little homework. Talk to your friends. Be open. And please vote, because if you don't vote, I don't want to hear you complaining, okay? You have no right to complain if you don't take part in the process. There you go. That's it for this week's edition of Coffee with the Goose. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you have some comments, feel free. I'll be more than happy to read your comments and respond to some of them. And please subscribe so you can stay up to date. All right, we'll talk to you next week.